Lesson 2, Leaving God's Protection. Judges 13, 14, 15, and 16. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to tell the story of Samson, explain what happens when you disobey God, and explain what happens when you leave God's protection. In our last lesson, we learned that Noah's obedience resulted in him and his family being safe in the ark during the flood. Now Noah's neighbors were on the outside of the ark. Can you guess why? That's right, they disobeyed God and did not receive any protection from God when the flood came. It is very important that we obey God and stay in the ark so that we remain protected. If we don't, we will expose ourselves and our family to danger. Now on to today's lesson. Today's story is about a man called Samson. He was known to be the strongest man who ever lived in biblical times. Samson was a blessed man. From a child, he was told by his parents that he must not cut his hair, for that is where his strength was. Now Samson obeyed his parents and God until he met Delilah. Delilah was a woman who did not obey God. Delilah and her people, the Philistines, were enemies of Samson and his people. Delilah pretended to be in love with Samson so that she could find out where his strength was. After many attempts, Samson finally told her that if his hair is cut, he would lose his strength. Immediately, she sent word to the Philistines and put Samson to sleep. While he slept, Delilah had his hair cut. When the Philistines arrived to take Samson as prisoner, Samson had no strength. His strength was all gone. The Philistines took him to jail and gouged out his eyes. They laughed at Samson and mocked him. They were happy that they had captured their enemy. Samson left God's protection, and it brought harm to himself and his people. He spent the rest of his days with the Philistines who ill-treated him. While in prison, Samson's hair grew back. His strength came back. So when they brought him out on that day to laugh at him, he asked to be placed between the two pillars of the house. It was there that he called upon God to help him, and God did. Samson shook the two pillars, and the house collapsed. Samson died that day, along with all the Philistines that were there. They were all destroyed. When you disobey God, you leave his protection, and you will be destroyed. Do the word search activity that follows. You can find the words backward, forward, or diagonally. Goodbye for now. See you next lesson.